But if we're talking football, can we talk Bears?
Yeah.
Can we talk Bears? Tell me about the Chicago Bears. What do you think about the Chicago Bears right now? I need to know. Give it to me. Put it in my bloodstream.
Well, it all starts with Caleb and Ben.
Yes.
And Caleb is just so special. He's so special. I mean, if you were Ryan Poles, the GM, sitting there and saying, I get the first pick and I get to get this player, and now I've got the coach. Like what Ben did with him last year was extraordinary. His growth from week 1 until all the way down to their playoff loss against the Rams. I mean, this team could have been in the NFC Championship.
They were very close.
Dennis Allen comes back on the defensive side of things. They lost a lot in terms of some of their personnel with the top takeaway defense in the league, but Ben wants to outscore you and outscore you badly. They're going to have to score him earlier in games.
That's right.
Like put all this 6 comeback victories last season.
We don't want to see that.
I mean, you were sitting there, Seth. What were you doing? How did you watch those games last year? You must have been just on the edge of the desk.
It was one of those things as a Bears fan where you're so accustomed to losing those games.
Yeah.
Over the years. You've been beaten down. You've been conditioned to know that they're going to have that final drive and they're going to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first couple games, you're like, whoa. But by the time we got to like 2/3 of the way through the season, I wasn't even concerned anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, he's going to come back.
Yeah.
Caleb's going to bring this team back, and on the final drive, they're going to get the job done, and they're going to win. And so even in those crazy Green Bay games where the Packers went out to a huge lead, I was like, how much time's left on the clock? You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of time. He can get this done. They're going to figure out a way. And as many turnovers as they were forcing, I'm like, something's going to happen, you know? So it was a crazy, jarring experience as a Chicago Bears fan to expect to win when you were playing from behind.
And you said something interesting. They beat the Packers twice. Okay. And Green Bay had 3 games in which they had a lead in the fourth quarter and they blew those leads. I was at all 3 of them. Their week 3 game in Cleveland, that Delpit had, I think, the pick 6, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember, Grant Delpit, for Cleveland. And then those 2 games were against Chicago, those other 2 games.
Yeah.
To your point.
Oh, those games were.
But you won against the color you're wearing. And that in itself, for a team that hasn't beat up on the Packers all that much, I think there is this juice in the city of Chicago that good, better, best is here to stay for a good minute. Because, even when I sat down with Cole Kmet a couple of weeks ago, I was out at the facility, I was out at Hallis Hall, and he said, the good, better, best thing was a little cheesy at first. Like, we were like, well, but then when you start winning and you start what you're talking about, Seth, like, we got this quarterback, and how many times Kevin Byard told me last year, we've got the quarterback. He's the Iceman. He is who he is. But his growth, just in terms of his pocket, marrying his footwork with the concepts offensively, has been the biggest thing that I've seen. Whether it's a 3-step drop, a 5-step drop, he's really starting to marry up not only the cadence, but his footwork with the concepts that Ben is asking him to do. Whether it's, anything from a bunch formation or a jumbo package or a 12 personnel, 13 personnel, where that ball's going, where his first and second and third looks are. That processing ability and the footwork matching to it is where Caleb has made really substantial improvements and should have you excited, because then you still have, like, he's going to hit a fadeaway. He's going to hit, like, he's going to hit that. He's going to dunk it on somebody.
When it's time to be Superman, he can put the cape on.